New York Giants fans, we got our guy, officially the new head coach of the New York Football Giants, John Harbaugh, pen to paper. I know a lot of you guys were waiting. This deal was done on Wednesday. A lot had to be gone through in that contract. I'm going to break down every single bit of what's in that contract. What's Joe Schoen's role in all this? How much power does John Harbaugh have? Shout out to John Mara, Steve Tisch, Giant ownership for getting this deal official. Now that it is official, we can run through a wall, guys. I am ready to fight with Coach John Harbaugh and getting the Giants back to where we belong. The glory that this team used to have is officially back. First, before any of that, I'm going to show you guys a sick hype video the Giants put out in the middle of this video, breaking down the contract like I said before. But first, guys, please, for me, share, like, subscribe this channel, like this video, because we are going to be doing Giants content hot and heavy coming at you guys. Mock draft season, training camp season, preseason. The Giants are going to be now, again, with Harbaugh signing, one of the most hyped teams going into 2026 with Dart, with Scadaboo, with Neighbors, with Burns, with Carter, whatever else that they're going to add under this new regime, this new era of Giants football. I could not be more excited than I am now. If you can't tell already, we are going to take a celebratory drink for the new head coach of the New York Football Giants, John Harbaugh. Now that that's out of the way, I was never worried. I was never worried in the slightest that this wasn't going to get done. I was putting it on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. I was not worried in the slightest. I knew deep down Giant ownership was not going to screw this up. People thought Joe Schoen would get in the way. I knew he would not get in the way, because if he was going to get in the way, he would have been gone. I promise you guys that. He would have been gone. Giant ownership and John Mara, who was rescheduling cancer treatments to make sure he was involved face-to-face trying to recruit John Harbaugh to be the next head coach of this team. Shout out to the owner, John Mara. Everybody wanted him to sell the team. I never uttered those words. John Mara is a class. He's full of class. And this is the guy who's going to – he finished the job today. And now that we got Coach Harbaugh here, he deserves a lot of the credit. First things first. Again, never a doubt. I never doubted this was going to get done. Never doubted it. I know the quick timeline of where things were getting a little crazy about 48 hours ago when the deal was agreed to. Verbally, handshake, when the Giants were doing the whole recruiting thing. Wednesday night, we got the news. All signs are going to point to John Harbaugh becoming the next head coach of the New York Football Giants. We got that done. Everybody celebrated. We all put videos out. Everybody talked about how he was going to hire. Couple hours later, the next day, still waiting for the announcement. The following day, seems to be a little bit of structural things going on in the contract. I was not worried, guys. I was not worried in the slightest, because I knew the owners were not going to screw this up. Whatever John Harbaugh wanted, not anything, not 100% to his demands, but whatever he wanted for the most part, they were going to meet him in the middle, because they know the state of this fan base. They know the state of this franchise. They know how badly Giants fans want to come back to this team. Not like you guys left. We get pissed off, we get mad, but we'll never leave our team. He knew that to get this fan base back on board with the direction of where they're going with this team, he knew he had to get John Harbaugh to be the next head coach of this team. And he did everything in his power to do it. Again, rescheduled cancer treatments to make sure he was involved in these meetings face-to-face. Enough can't be said about John Mara, the job that he did. Steve Tisch, his son Chris Mara. A lot to get into, right? What's the structure of the deal? Let's start with that. I think it's a 5-year deal. I think we're talking $100 million, about $20 million a year, which puts him as the highest paid head coach in football. Perfectly fine with me. I don't care that he's the highest paid coach in football. It's not my money. It's not my millions of dollars, even though I don't have millions. It's not my money, so this is a great job by the Maras to meet him there. He's going to be able to build out a staff. He's going to be able to build out multiple things within the organization. Structurally, who is John Harbaugh reporting to? So Ian O'Connor from The Athletic reported, he asked John Harbaugh, who do you who do you report to? Who do you answer to? He said John Mara, ownership. The Giants historically have been the chain of command franchise that a lot of franchises just aren't doing anymore. The Giants historically have been coach, GM reports to the owner. Now you have GM Joe Schoen and John Harbaugh on the same level. Both of them can report to John Mara. They will work together. This will make Joe Schoen a better general manager. Okay? As much as I couldn't stand him, as much as I wanted him fired, this will make him a better general manager by having John Harbaugh and his experience to develop talent, to draft talent, to make sure guys are put in the right place, to make sure everybody's on schedule with the kicking situation, making sure everybody is in where they're supposed to be from top to bottom. This will benefit Joe Schoen tremendously. And again, shout out to Joe Schoen. As much as I hate him, as much as I wanted him fired, as much as a lot of people wanted him fired, his recruitment in this was very key in getting John Harbaugh here, because he knows one more year of bad football, Joe Schoen would have been jobless. He would have lost a job, most likely would have never got a general manager job ever again, unless he rose up the ranks and waited 5 or 10 years. Maybe he gets something down the line. He knew this was his last gasp. He knew he had it to get this hire. That's why it happened. Let me show you guys, because I got really hyped when I saw this video that the New York Giants put out about an hour ago. Let's get into this really quickly, because this is going to make you guys want to jump through a wall when you see this.
John Harbaugh going to be the next coach of the New York Giants.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
They wanted to get somebody with his type of experience.
This is just enormous for Giants fans.
Hit it! Hit it! Hit it! They identified, targeted, and recruited him. It's been a full court press.
Who's got it better than Giants fans this morning? Nobody!
He has all of the pieces on this team to be a playoff contending team next year.
What John Harbaugh teams will always have is that level of physicality.
He saw a young quarterback and said, I know what the young quarterback that's a stud looks like. I think you've got one.
And I think when you look at Jackson Dart, he liked what he saw.
The paper, it says Harbaugh. He's won 102 home games.
A Super Bowl. We've got some juice. We've got some energy.
Established, accomplished, stable.
A big win today for the Giants.
Oh, I can watch it again, but I will not let you guys go through that. Do not worry. Guys, that got me so hyped, so ready to rock for Giants football coming up. I can't wait for this offseason to unfold. We're going to have so many videos on who the Giants should pick up. We could talk about Patrick Rashard. We could talk about Isaiah Likely. We could talk about a multitude of guys in that Ravens system. Tyler Lindenbaum would be my first pick, but a multitude of guys in that system. The problem, guys, now we got all the good stuff out of the way. I got nothing negative to say about this hire. But Giants fans' expectations, and I understand they're going to be through the roof. We are coming now from the bottom of the barrel here. We're coming from with the Jets. We're right down there in the last 10 years, 12 years as one of the worst teams in all of football. Look at the records. It's the Giants, it's the Jets. Okay? We're going from the bottom. We have a ton of talent on the team. We got the quarterback in place. We now have the head coach in place. We're going to talk about coordinators and where they're going to go in future videos. Again, future player signings that we're going to talk about in future videos. Some of the guys I would love to bring in that are on the Ravens right now that will be free agents. We're going to have tons of those conversations. The expectation level should not be from where we are to Super Bowl. It would be great. Trust me, I understand. I'd love to have Super Bowl expectations. We got a long way to go. All right, we got a long way to go. Can I see this team having the New England Patriot type rise, where they have the quarterback in place, they bring in the established head coach in Mike Vrabel, and now they're fighting into the playoffs in the divisional round? 1,000%. If the right moves are made, which I fully believe they will be, I could see this team playing in the postseason next year. All right, but we got a long way to go for that. We got a long way to go. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a big offseason coming up this year. We're going to make room, and we're going to get rid of a lot of dead weight, which is going to be outstanding for this franchise. But this is the most positive that I've seen the Giant fan base be in a very, very long time. And that includes the playoff seasons of 2016 and 2022, the Giant fan base collectively, for the most part, there's a few bad eggs. There's a few, you go to the store and you get a dozen eggs. There's always probably one that's cracked. Those negative fans, let them be negative still. We're moving forward with the positivity. We're moving forward because we have the sure thing in-house. This is also why I wanted to avoid the coordinator route, because you saw what happened with Harbaugh. You saw what happened in terms of getting control of this team, getting control of the franchise. A coordinator wasn't going to come in here and take control the way John Harbaugh was. A coordinator wasn't going to come in here and start demanding that he has the same level as Joe Schoen. Okay, John Harbaugh could do that. So, guys, if you got this far in the video, please like, share, subscribe. Giant content all day, every day. It is going to be a big offseason, and we are going to have that major turnaround, hopefully like these other teams do when they hire the established head coach. We got the quarterback, got the talent. Keep watching, guys. Stay with me. Giants are going to be good again, and when the Giants are good again, we're all going to be able to enjoy them together, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
You